Welcome back, people. So tonight I'm gonna do baked chicken. I look a last minute thing when we decide to make some baked chicken and I don't have half of the things we just want to have in it. So I'm not gonna just make do what I have. This will help plenty of people who sometimes don't have all the ingredients or everything that they want to use in the chicken. So I would just be doing what I call it now, the makeshift DIY baked chicken. Basically, I already have my seasoning prepared in a bowl, and one thing left now is to get my ketchup and vinegar, and then I just mix this up, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna salt out the chicken season the chicken and get that started. So when we're ready for preheat the oven, I'll show you guys what steps I take. Alright people, so now I'm gonna do the chicken. What I like to do is that because I'm not baking, and then you know, so sometimes when you're baking the chicken, the breast get all dry. You don't want to have that. So what we now want to do is actually poke holes into it, like cut it or use a fork, and a fork or a knife, whichever you choose, and just make holes into the chicken. So the way it takes the seasoning a lot better. So sometimes when you have baked chicken and it's dry, that's what you can do to help prevent some of that, and also help the seasoning to get to the middle of the chicken a lot better. So you know, sometimes when you hear the breast, it bland. This step is for the people who don't have the barbecue sauce and those stuff. So what I went ahead is do my regular seasoning, my garlic powder, all purpose and such, and my spices. So I have my paprika, my cayenne pepper, garlic powder, all purpose seasoning, chicken seasoning, my sugar, and a few pimento seeds. So you want to literally make this like a paste. Just a little bit of vinegar. You don't need much, just a little bit. So this is really just to baste the chicken. So we just combine this, and then I leave that to settle for a bit because the sugar inside of it haven't melted as yet. So it still look a bit on the heavy side. So that's one part of the dish. So now you should preheat the oven to about 370. In the meantime, while that is being prepared, I will go back here and do my chicken seasoning, the one that I put on before the base goes on. I forgot one more key thing, which is my soy sauce and a bit of brown for coloring. Soy sauce gives it a good flavor. It's already, well, slightly salted already, so it helps with the flavor, and also to help thin the paste. Just a little bit for color. Now to get my seasoning going. I should have blended these, but because I don't have a blender at the moment, so I just do what I have. So I just cut these up as fine as possible. So what I'm going to do now is grease it so the meat won't stick to the bottom, and then put it in the oven because it's harder to the ideal temperature. Once it's in the oven, I think you can have it stay in there before flipping it for about 30 minutes. Then you come back, flip it, and then you baste it again with your barbecue paste. Alright? I'm just greasing the pan lightly, so there's enough grease in there so the meat don't stick. This should be enough. See? Not much. So let's put them in one by one and position them well so that when it's in there, it gives you enough space so you're able to move them around. Remember that we actually poked holes in them, so it should have the meat seasoned inside also. Can I look a piece of meat? See? Not looking so bad for my first time, ain't it? So now, always remember when you're opening the oven, do not let the heat go in your face. So you always open it, give yourself some space, and then you go ahead and slide it in. Alright, so now that will stay in there for about 30 minutes. And in the meantime, we prep something else to eat with it. Okay, people, so now it's time to check on it. So let's see how far we've gone. You know what, let me show you guys what it looked like so far. Just a stack. So far, that's what it looks like. It's getting a bit dry, so now I'm gonna just base it, put it back in, and then flip it afterwards. So for now, we're back to the workstation where we're going to base it on here. So as I was saying, I don't have a brush, so I just have to make do with what I have. There we go. That's what it looks like. There's that. So now, since I don't have a brush, I have to be basting it with this. So in here, remember the seasoning I cut earlier. I put it inside here, along with a little bit more vinegar and soy sauce. So I just here basting it. I don't have the brush, so I just have to make it do what I have. So I just do this now, and then I base it after, flip it. So everybody's getting a bit of the sauce. So earlier, you realize that there weren't any liquid inside it. So now it's actually, you know, I always say chicken, what do you say? Chicken got a water or make it on water. Seems to be true. Because I not put no water in here. Let's see. So now, I'm going to put this back in the oven. And if you finish up, Should I flip it first? I'm gonna flip it first before I put it back in. Everything looks kind of light now, but I shall be coming back with more after I get through this set here. I mean, this side. After I'm done with this side, then I can perhaps show you guys how far it has come. And until now, I haven't decided what I'm cooking with it. I might rice some peas and then eat the rest of the I have from last night from our mukbang. Okay, people, so I've decided to do bongo rice and peas. As per usual, my typical preparation involves my garlic, a pepper, thyme, and one scallion. So the trick to grating these things without getting your finger all cut up inside the blade is that you make the same oil of the garlic go on your fingers, so your finger just slides over the blade. Hold it in such a way that when you hold it, you're pressing it down to the very end with the finger behind, but you hold it steady with the index and the thumb. So while you're doing that, the middle finger is pressing it, pushing it in to the grater. So I can do mine as fine as I can. Alright, so that is the seasoning for this pot. Okay, so the next thing is, you know, the busy lifestyle, the Kingstonian struggle, canned GOOO peas. Can't get no better than this. So, some people normally boil it first. I don't do that. I just consider it a waste of gas to boil it, then put whatever you want on it. Because at that point when the water is hot, by the time you put the rice inside of it, the rice already wants to settle and stick to the bottom of the pot, even though you have butter and oil in it. So I normally just throw it on mine from the get-go. Then I mix my coconut powder. So because I'm using 4 cups of rice, I'm using a full pack and whatever is left from this, because I made porridge the other day with this in it. I normally just cut these open. What I like to do is I mix my coconut milk first, add my salt and everything to it, and then I add it to that in the pot. So everybody do their thing a little bit different. So I mix this because I hate to see the lumps when I'm cooking it. So it's best I mix it out first, then I come back to that. So this is where I add my cayenne pepper. Okay. Guys, it is coming along very well. Man, this is my first time doing this. So I'm trying to sustain as much as the flavor as possible. Yeah. Doing it so I can have some later. Some sauce on it. Yeah. What do you guys think? Looking good so far. I hope my chicken breast is not dry. I would surely hate for that to happen. And there we are. Here's the last of it. Yes, guys, here comes the escape convict.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, this escape convict just decided to come pay me a visit. Anyway, when everything almost done, she won't come in the picture. Anyway,
It's
here
his
she
day.
is.
It's his day. Hi
Here she
guys,
is.
how are you doing? I guess you know Tamara is Tamara is taking over today. Tamara do. Oh, you tell her what I do already.
What's your leg, baby?
Wow! No, baby, I need to show them this one.
Oh, they were some bits and pieces.
Wow! Importantly, see this. Come here, turn it down.
This is my first time doing this, and
Baked
this
chicken.
is what it comes out looking like. Okay, guys, I'm back. Once again, I'm back. Time to actually dish up everything and then enjoy our dinner. So the next video you see is just a time lapse of me preparing everything here. The kitchen is being invaded by hyenas. Hyena. She just come and take what she eats. Come when the food done, cook already. Anyway, guys, food done. Food done. Done. Look on it. I'm getting that over a bird's eye view. Just to go. Well guys, thanks for joining us, joining me, because some people invade the kitchen and never help me out. It's all good for my first time, never turned out too bad. It looked good, so hopefully it tastes as good as it looked. And as I say, thanks for joining me. Come to end another video, so see you guys in the next one.